A recent case in America dealing with polygamy is the case of Tom Green. Green was a polygamist convicted of marrying 4 women. Green was shown to have married a 13-year-old girl and was also charged with child sex crimes. Green was sentenced to 5 years to life in prison. For members trying to live a polygamous lifestyle in non-polygamous society, loopholes must be found in the system. The solution that came about is the multiple divorce and marriage method. The multiple divorce and marriage method is displayed openly on the ChristianPolygamy.com website. The method consists of the marriage of a man to a woman, then their divorce. Upon the divorce, the woman keeps the man's last name and continues acts of marriage. After the divorce, the man is free to marry again and can repeat as many times.
And as we've been talking to these women who are inside the polygamy ranch for the last 15 minutes or so, we're now going to get another perspective from the attorney for the man accused of raping a young woman on the ranch.
Bruce Griffin joins us right now from Flagstaff, Arizona. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You are representing Dale Barlow, and the reason Dale Barlow is in trouble is because he was identified to authorities by somebody who identifies themselves as a 16-year-old woman who was living inside that ranch, the polygamous ranch. Tell me what your client, Dale Barlow, his relationship to the women in that ranch is.
He has absolutely no relationship to anyone in that ranch. He's not been there. He doesn't live there. The entire set of accusations that caused the search at the ranch were baseless and completely incorrect.
Where did his name come from?
Unknown. Mr. Barlow is a member of the FLDS Church. He lives in Colorado City, Arizona. He has no connection physically, has not been to the facility in Texas. Again, all the accusations made about Mr. Barlow that predicated all the search and ensuing controversy in Texas are wrong.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Griffin. Is it true that Barlow is a registered sex offender?
Mr. Barlow is a registered sex offender as a result of a prosecution in Arizona that was concluded last summer in August, where he accepted a plea, and if he successfully completes probation, will receive a misdemeanor. He's been on probation, 100% compliant. Again, has no connection to Texas.
So what crime was he charged with and ultimately convicted of to become a sex offender? That's just not some light little slap on the wrist.
Mr. Barlow entered into a plea agreement, agreed to a resolution of a case that accused him of having sex with an underage female who was his wife.
As part of the polygamist group.
That's correct.
How old was the girl?
She's 24.
At the time she was?
This is it relates, I understand the question. It relates back to an accusation that concerns conduct that occurred in 1999.
Okay.
And at that time, the allegation was that his wife was under the age of 18 when he had sex with her.
Let me ask you this, Bruce. We just talked to 3 of the women who live inside that ranch, the sex ranch, and they said they had no idea who this 16-year-old girl was who reportedly called the police. They have no idea who that is. And now you say your client has never been there. Does this sound like a setup?
Well, it's a little scary, isn't it? I mean, they've got the wrong accused, and they have no accuser. Rather remarkable set of circumstances.
Where's Dale Barlow now?
Dale Barlow's in Colorado City, where he's always been.
Have you represented members of this church before, Bruce?
Yes, I have. I got involved representing 8 individual members of the FLDS community who were accused in Mojave County, Arizona, of underage sex. Those allegations have been resolved completely against all members over the last several years.
So you believe that nothing egregious is going on inside these compounds relating to sexual conduct?
I am not firsthand present at that facility and have not been there. I can tell you that, I think it was remarkable that you got those three women to speak. It is very uncommon that FLDS members will go outside their area of privacy to speak to the public. They're private people. Again, I think most of the perception publicly of FLDS members is skewed and inaccurate. And I can't speak to what's going on there, but I would tell you that I think it's unprecedented, the search and roundup that occurred. And I think that generally you'll find, as a result of the major hearing that's going to occur tomorrow, that generally speaking, all accusations are unfounded. Absolutely, the accusations that started the entire debacle are unfounded against Dale Barlow.
I just think it's a situation, too, when you have 400+ kids that could be facing abuse. We have to find out what's going on over there, and that's how they chose to do it.
All right, Bruce Griffin joining us live from Flagstaff. Thank you very much.
Modern Muslim culture in non-Arab countries allows men to legally take up to 4 wives. The stipulation is that they must be helping the additional wives rather than taking advantage of them. Generally, the first wife must give her permission for this to take place. In some countries like Malaysia and Thailand, laws are currently being reconsidered to allow women the right to divorce men who won't follow the rules. Taking on another wife against the first wife's wishes, lacking the means to take care of all of them, or mistreating multiple spouses are all grounds for such a divorce. While the law provides Americans the right to practice any religion, it has still deemed polygamy to be unconstitutional. The concern with polygamist fundamentalists is that they could, in effect, create a form of sex slavery by forcing sex and marriages upon young women. In the isolated environment of these fundamentalist cultures, there is no resource to learn about other ways of living and few options for getting help when things go wrong. Incest, statutory rape, and other forms of sexual control are all associated with this cultural phenomenon. In such cases as these, polygamy goes from being a necessary, convenient, or fully acceptable practice to a social problem that deserves careful consideration.